Dame. The devil in my lane, he want the leader of the game. Drop down on my knees, put humility in my posture. A Bible and a vibe, stability in my locker. Playing loyal, but really your weakest partners. This ain't just no I'ma spit up to build a saga. Been worried about my mama.
On the floor for the visiting Golden State Warriors.
When you talk about rebounding the basketball, Greg, both of these teams demonstrate an edge in this department.
Yeah, both teams pound the boards. It's clear these coaching staffs push for their guys to attack the glass. So this one's going to be physical.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. They've got Moody. He's out there with Obi Toppin. And it's Harden in at the point. Here's Grimes. And it's Orlando with the rebound. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
And that one was all about offensive execution, running your plays, picking your spots.
Yeah, you know, not deviating from the game plan is critical. You've got to trust in the system.
This is his first free throw of the game. Greg, here he is, the first overall pick of the 2022 draft, Paolo Banchero.
And the top pick because he's a 6'10 playmaker. Banchero has a tremendous feel for the game, great vision, passing it, and endless potential offensively.
Back to Toppin. Kicks it out to Harden. Goes back up. Yep, that one goes.
I mean, it's hard not to appreciate Harden because he's a complete package.
We're about 1 minute into the first. Now, Banchero. He had 16 points in the win against Sacramento.
And he was relentless in that one. I mean, he wanted to be the first to every rebound and almost was.
Now here's Harden. Following the missed shot by Franz Wagner.
Nice find right there from Harden. Excellent at getting his teammates involved.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Harden against Anthony. Pass to Banchero. Carter sets the pick for Banchero. Pocket forward. It's good.
Banchero showing he can run the offense too now. Nice score off the pick as the ball handler.
Here's Grimes. Guarded by Harris. Orlando grabs the miss. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. And the pass to Carter. Wagner on the wing. Orlando moving the ball around. And it's Banchero missing. The Warriors have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Here's Grimes, covered by Anthony. And he slams it one-handed.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G.A., the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
And it's Banchero missing.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Shot from the top of the key. Good as the jump shot falls.
Hey, Harden is automatic from here. The defense has to be more aggressive than guarding him. Otherwise, it's going to be a long game.
Clark, in recent years, Orlando's been one of the league's bigger teams.
Well, you can see clearly, Kevin, that the front office prioritizes length. You don't ever have to really worry about them playing small ball. He's conniving, creative, pacing, spacing, all of that on display. Incredible in the pick and roll.
Banchero against Toppin. Banchero passes to Anthony. Banchero a screen on Harden. To the middle, Anthony finds Carter. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
No stopping Wendell Carter there. Powers past the defender and gets it to go.
Toppin a screen on Anthony. Harden with it. Picked up by Banchero.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is. That's a tough shot.
Here's Banchero following the score by Golden State.
Banchero will score in a multitude of ways. Nice jumper in rhythm there.
Here's Grimes. Takes it inside. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 3 assists tonight. And it'll be Orlando with their first time out of the game right here. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Wendell Carter. Jonathan Isaac comes in for Banchero. Jonathan Kuminga, he's checked in for Harris. And Black's subbed in for Cole Anthony. Now, here's Wagner. 9 points last game out. Capella kicks to Black. Plenty of room to knock down the shot.
Right there on display for you was Clint Capella's continuing growth offensively. Eyes up, ready to make the next pass before he got the ball.
Oh, that's blocked. Now it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. Richardson, he's checked in for the Magic. Here's Giddey. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. Good on the bucket. This tug-of-war game continues.
And guys, that's lucky number 7 already in this game.
Now here's Richardson. Kuminga sets a screen for Richardson. Passes it to Capella. To the paint. Here's Kuminga. Misses the baby hook. The Warriors leading. Santos. He's defended by Wagner. Pulls up. High post. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Last outing for Golden State. They won that game against the Heat. Pass to Richardson. Now, here's Wagner. To the inside. Knocked away. Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Richardson gets a wide open look. It's rebounded by Giddey. Inside. It could go. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him.
Well, he's a nice two-way player as Richardson. I mean, good balance to his game. Strong defense like this, in addition to being a threat at the other end.
Well, it's... Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. And from what we've seen from Orlando, what do you guys see?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Yeah, you know, you have a guy in there blocking a bunch of shots or multiple players blocking shots. It causes the offense to think twice when they go up for shots in there.
Clint Capella is out there with Isaac. Then there's Jonathan Kuminga. Then there's Banchero. And it's Black in at the point guard position. That's who's out there for Orlando. And finishing with force.
Shook that building all the way up. Oh, Banchero putting on the show.
And they're bringing you up close and personal at the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Now here's Kuminga. Giddey defending. And so Orlando again turning it over. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Taking a look at Orlando. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
Well, right now for the Warriors, they've taken this ride all the way down the stretch. Few people thought they could maintain this astonishing display of dominance.
And he's the main reason they have the lead right now. He's been perfect from the field, literally.
Black the pass to Isaac. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. And it's Banchero missing.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
He is delivering a lot of room service times tonight. One sweet one after another.
Richardson, he's checked in for Black. Let's check out the standings in the Western Conference and see how the playoff race is shaping up. You look at Golden State. They are the favorite right now to lock up the number 1 seed come playoff time, sitting in first place right now and not looking like they, are going to be slowing down at all.
And for the Warriors, with the regular season they've enjoyed, it has to be wondered at this point if they're the team to beat this postseason.
You know, the way they've handled just about every challenge that's been thrown at them this year, I don't see how they could be considered front runners for the title.
And at 6'11", Isaac's able to take a hit and still get the deuce.
Here's Harden on the wing, and stolen by Richardson. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thank you, Kevin. Well, there's a lot of pressure that comes with being the #1 overall pick in the draft, but Paolo Banchero said, I'm just letting the game come to me. Not trying to press or reach a certain statistical milestone, just making the right plays, taking the right shots, competing, and bringing it every day on defense. Kevin, he thinks that approach is paying off.
Oh, David, it sure is. Thank you for the report. Put that bucket in no time at all. Harden's got the lead up to 6 now for the Warriors. And you think of height as an advantage in basketball, but Greg, the versatility at such a premium. Can you be too tall in today's NBA?
It's a valid question. The two biggest concerns for 7-footers are mobility and durability. To move the way they need to puts a lot of strain on those lower extremities.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Carter, he's checked in for Capella. Wagner comes in for Isaac. Harris is checked in for Jonathan Kuminga. And Anthony subbed in for Josh Richardson. Now, here's Banchero. 8 points for him. 2 on the clock. Here's Harris. And it's Looney with the rebound.
Defense made an impact right there. Definitely got him uncomfortable going up with it.
The Magic trail by 6. Here's Banchero. Off target from 3-point range.
Guys, this hasn't been his quarter. I mean, to me, he just doesn't look completely comfortable or confident.
Harden inside the 3-point line, and the Warriors take on 2 more.
Just make sure you keep getting him touches. I mean, you love what he's doing at the offensive end. Don't go away from him.
Pass to Banchero. And he converts the layup. Banchero's got 10 points.
Getting it done in the paint. Banchero using his big frame to carve out space inside.
Here's Grimes. And it's Orlando with the rebound.
I don't think he's performing up to his own expectations, but they still find themselves out in front.
Now, here's Banchero. He's got 10.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Anthony taking his time here. Takes the 3. And it's Looney with the rebound. Warriors leading by 6. The pass to Harden. Here's the screen. Down low. Passes it to Grimes. Hands it from downtown. Grimes has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give.
The Magic making a switch. Kuminga's checked in. Now here's Anthony. Nothing on the board. Throws it up high. Toppin with the steal. Giddey the pass to Grimes. Toppin sets a screen for Giddey. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. And so it's Anthony bringing it up for the Orlando Magic. 9-point game. To the paint. And finish off by Wagner.
Capable floor general. I love watching Anthony set up his teammates.
Here's Grimes, guarded by Harris, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for Anthony. Averaging about 7 points, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. And really, he sets the table for this team with his playmaking.
Unselfish, at times to a fault. He just makes everybody around him better.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
And Harris wide open. He shoots. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Harris has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Grimes. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Gary Harris.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always I'd agree with you there.
So he gets them both. The Magic trail by 6. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Now, here's Wagner. Defense is right there. Shot up 2 there.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
And here's Anthony from the arc. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time.
Your man.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
And we thank you for joining us at halftime. The Golden State Warriors are in a closely contested game.
You love how they've come in here and taken charge. Hostile crowd, but these guys are blocking out the noise.
Yeah, they came in prepared for this, and the results have been outstanding.
All right, fellas, let's take a quick look at 2 key players from that first half.
These 2 are showing how good they can be. It's not easy to carry your team, but they're doing it.
Now the trick is, can both guys carry their teams for a full game? Because for what I've seen so far, they might have to.
That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. A fantastic game from Harden in this one.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. Toppin is out there with Moody. Then it's Harden. And it's Grimes in at the 2 spot. Carter kicks to Banchero. Carter sets the pick for Banchero. Another shot. And it's Carter missing. Warriors leading by 4. Pass to Grimes. There's the 3. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 5 assists in the game.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
Now here's Anthony. No scoring in this one. Banchero, a screen for Wagner. Out to Carter. The dish to Banchero. Shot clock at 3. Wagner from long range. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
So Clark looking back at the 2021 draft. Franz Wagner, the 8th overall pick.
And, you know, he very well might turn out to be the best of the bunch, Kevin. He's 6'9", really can shoot it. But I think his activity and playmaking perhaps his best attributes. Creates for others as a 6'9" wing guy, and that's valuable for any team.
Now, Wagner. James Harden missing on the 3. Rob. Pass to Grimes. Tapping a screen on Wagner. Goes up on the high post. Toppin can't get it to go.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Banchero putting together some kind of performance here. He's the entire package.
Now, here is Harden. 16 points for him. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
Warriors foul. Quentin Grimes. Second personal foul. First team foul.
The wide open look here for Anthony. No good on the quick 3. Warriors leading by 5. Here's Jackson Davis. Toppin dishes to Harden. A 3 ball. Good again. He's on tonight. 9 for 13 shooting.
No 3 is really a bad 3 when Harden shoots it.
Tipped away. Toppin with the steal. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The Orlando Magic is rolling out with some long and rangy athletes. They've got some size and the foundations of an identity. One scout recently said, everyone talks about playing positionless basketball, but they're the only ones who have really said, what the heck, let's do it. Kevin?
They've got a type, don't they, David? Thank you. Here is Harden after the made shot from Wendell Carter. Pass to Jackson Davis. Over Carter, and that one hits back iron. And Wagner's got the ball here for Orlando. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Anthony, the pass to Harris. Now Banchero. Good, and Harris gets the assist. Harris has got 3 assists now in this one.
Surveying the floor, Gary Harris recognizes when his teammates have open looks and gets it to him.
Now, here is Harden. 19 points in the game. Here's Toppin. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Oh, some slick passing from Harden on that one.
Jonathan Kuminga. He's checked in for Orlando. The Warriors also with a sub. Giddey's checked in. The Magic trail by 7. Anthony, the pass to Kuminga. Here's Carter. And Orlando again with the bucket.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Golden State's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Shot by Grimes. No good. Orlando's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
The way they've been able to consistently get past the defense and to the cup has been most impressive. They've almost made it look pedestrian.
And another thing, they continue to work it inside and score. It's clear their game plan is attacking the paint as much as possible.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Clint Capella comes in for Wendell Carter, and Isaac subbed in for Banchero. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Wagner. Doesn't go that time. Nice defense from Giddey. Here's Grimes. And that comes off the assist by Giddey. Grimes has got 5 points now in the quarter. Wagner outside. And there's the pass to Kuminga. It's deflected, and he's able to get it back. Count it. And here are the Warriors now. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. They'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. They're in the middle of this long string of games away from home. That'll be game 4 of 7 straight away. This is his second trip to the free throw line. Black's checked in for Anthony. The Warriors making a switch here. Good on the second free throw. The Magic trail by 7. Kuminga the pass to Capella. Capella sets a screen for Wagner. Trying to find Capella. Gets it to him. Passes it to Isaac. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Unloads from 13. That one rolling around and rims out. Warriors leading by 7. Here's Giddey. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's Black. Connects from three-point range. Black's got 5 now.
You know, he doesn't rack up a lot of assists, but Isaac is a willing passer, and I think he's going to continue to grow in that area.
And here we go with the Magic fast break. And there it is for him. Now just a 2-point Warrior lead.
You got to love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
And not so fast.
The previous play is under review.
Sure they got it right before we go to the fourth.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, you know, some might say, hey, can't we just skip the replay this time around? But you just never know.
Yeah, anything can happen. I mean, they want to get the call right, and the league is taking steps to speed the process with the Replay Review Center. And so
the ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And the they're keeping the call as is. It was close, but he had not released it before the clock had expired.
Yeah, still better safe than sorry. I think they did the right thing to take another look at it. And if it's so close that you can't tell by the naked eye, might as well go to the slow-mo.
And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. Warriors lead by 2. And a moment ago inside the huddle with head coach Steve Kerr.
Get a couple stops, we get a couple runouts, we get into our flow, all right? Keep the ball moving.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Jonathan Isaac is out there with Clint Capella. Then it's Paolo Banchero. Then there's Black. And it's Kuminga in at the two-guard position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. It's stolen by Kuminga. The feed to Black. And it's all evened out.
You know, passes like that go a long way. Terrific teamwork.
And it's Harden with the ball for the Warriors. Boucher the screen. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Officials are all over that.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
The Magic making a switch here. Richardson's checked in.
They're ahead, but if they don't get a stop here, that free throw could prove critical.
And it's Banchero missing. Here's Harden. Good work defensively by Richardson.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
Over to the left wing. Boucher with a screen on Richardson. Harden, no good. The Magic have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Kuminga, no good. The Warriors trail. Lets the three fly. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Isaac's got 4 rebounds in this game. Richardson with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Here's Capella. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And, you know, Capella has a big body, Kevin, and knows how to use it as he draws contact from the defense on his way up.
Anthony's checked in for the Magic. And the second free throw, good.
And at this point in the game, there can be a massive difference between a 2 and a 3-point advantage.
Giddey, no one around him. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. 8 feet away. And Boucher sends it back. Here's Giddey. It's good from long range. And it's a 3-point Warrior lead.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Love the mentality there, I tell you. I know I've never coached, but, man, playing to win and being aggressive even with the lead as opposed to being safe and going into prevent offense, I'll take the former all day long. Play to win.
Oh, they get it back. Santos, and he lays it straight in.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
Orlando, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Banchero outside. Lays it up off the glass.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Orlando making some changes. Carter, he's checked in for Capella. Franz Wagner comes in for Kuminga. And Harris subbed in for Jonathan Isaac. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Steve Kerr talked to his team during the break. Now with the game in the balance, Coach told his team to play loose. Don't overthink it. We got this far playing our game, and we can win the same way. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, thanks.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
Crimes with the bucket.
I think Harden is fine-tuned his playmaking skills. A threat for double-digit assists every night.
The Magic trail by 3. And here is Anthony. Banchero outside. Pass to Anthony. Banchero against Toppin. Just 4 to shoot. Outside Carter. Offensive rebound.
This is where Banchero needs to lock in now. Laser focus. Put out any distracting thoughts from his mind.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And he does get the second one. And that brings them within 2 here.
Only down 2 now, but that miss might come back to haunt them. If they don't get a stop, it's back to a 2-possession game.
And Jackson Davis gets it to go.
A super high percentage shot there. You just can't allow him to get that close.
Banchero outside. 1:37 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And Wagner has it in the corner. Back to Banchero. Great pass to set up the layup. And that's 19 points for Paolo Banchero.
No shame or fear in this young fella. Banchero going to take on any big shot. Love seeing that from him.
And the jam by Harden.
And you know the ball's going to Harden when the game's tight. Terrific at delivering and producing down the stretch.
Here's Banchero. And a beautiful crossover there. Banchero's got 7 now in this quarter.
Beautiful play that time by Banchero. He's got a lot of special qualities.
Pass to Harden. And he uses the glass on the lane.
How good is that? Harden commanding the ball in these moments. Loves stepping up at crucial times.
Here's Banchero. And it's off from 3-point range. Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Toppin can't get it to go. And here's Banchero. They'll bring it up for Orlando. Trailing by 4. 34 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Wagner outside. Banchero, a screen for Wagner. Looking to end his cold spell. Good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game? Yes.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game out.
Exactly. You got to stop the clock any way possible. I hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
You know Harden always looks confident at the line, even in a clutch situation. 2-possession game now. I mean, those were really important foul shots.
A time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over. They're behind by 4. 20 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. For 3, Harris. Toppin pulls it in. And the Warriors with possession here. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
One more time. Let's hear it for the 407.
Here are the Magic now. 6-point game. They get it back. Wagner outside. That 3 off the mark. So we see the Warriors get the win here. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And now let's go over to David Aldridge from the sideline for an interview with our player of the game. Hey, David.
Thanks very much, James. You have seen every type of defense from opponents over the years. What do you enjoy about that back-and-forth challenge?
Just every single game, I'm trying to figure out what they're doing and how can I be aggressive and attack it. You know, I love playing the game of basketball. I love, being crafty and just trying to compete at a high level every single night. You know, it takes a lot, but I'm built for it, and I'm going to just continue to keep going.
Well, you won the chess match tonight, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
All right, DA, thanks again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. As we present our New Balance Player of the Game, James Harden.